Hey all, I'm going to show you today how to create your 10 by 10 grid using a Google Doc if you want to do that instead of using paper and uploading an image of it. So the first thing you need to do is go to Insert, Drawing, and New because you're going to create your own Google drawing. So I'm going to start by searching for some images that I might use in my map by going to the search function, which pulls up my Google image search. I'm going to search for a tree, and every time I search for an image, I'm going to search for. Oh, so here we go. So I might just. Ooh, a lemon tree. Let's try that one. All right, so I've got a lemon tree. It is huge, so I'm going to need to resize it. I also want to take out this at the bottom. So I'm going to crop that out first, and then I'm going to just use the crop tool. Sorry. Then I'm going to just use my select tool to resize it. So if I'm putting a lemon tree in my map, that means I've put a lemon tree in my story for Miss Porter. You can't put objects in your map that are not in your story for Miss Porter, okay? The next thing I might do is search for maybe a cave. So again, cave clip art. Ooh, those are some good looking caves. I think I'll go with, I like this one with the tree behind it. Again, when it posts into my Google drawing, it might come in pretty big. Oh, there was an error. No problem. I'll go back. I'll choose something else. Sure there's lots, but ooh, there's even a person in that one. But I'm just going to stick with this next one. Let's see if this one works. All right. Again, it posts in very big, so I'm going to make it a lot smaller to add it in there. Okay. I'm going to put in maybe a pond. Those are some nice ponds. Ooh, this one even has a big tree. Let's see if that one will load in. Cool. Let's see. I kind of want to rotate it. I'm going to flip it horizontally because I want the tree on this side. So I'm going to move this one up here. Again, it's very big, so I'm going to make it smaller. This kind of actually gets me two places now because I've got a pond and another tree. I've got a cave. I've got a lemon tree. We need a total of 5 places. Maybe we can do a hill or a cliff. You might get a cool image if I put a cliff. Let's see. Cliff. Spelling matters. Okay, let's see. Anything that we could use. That's a cool cliff. Maybe instead of that, maybe I want a waterfall. Again, whatever images you're searching for have got to be in your story, okay? That one's got a mountain. All right, maybe we'll try this one. It's kind of nice. Cool. Okay, so what I can do now is going to go into there. I can move this down here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I've got some ideas. I'm doing different ideas now, and that's okay. I'm going to move this down here, put the cave up here, and I'm going to make a mountain, I think, over here. And then that'll be my last image that I'm going to add into my drawing. Try that one. Okay, so again, this one needs to be cropped so I can take the words out of it. This is up here, pretty. If you want, you don't have to, but if you want to add in some other features, like if I want all of this to look like grass, like my waterfall's not just coming out of nowhere, I can add in a shape, a box. It's got a line around it, so I'm going to make that transparent. And then I'm going to move that to the back so it's behind everything. So now my cave's on top. I could even add in another shape, make this all green. Again, I have to go to my paint can, make it green, remove that. So move that to the back. So my lemon tree is there. So this just gives you a couple of options, okay? There we go. Okay. Depends on what you're using and how you want to do it. I can crop this a little bit more to try to get the white background out of it. Okay, so that's just adding the images part. That part's pretty easy. I'm going to go ahead and select everything and make it just a little bit smaller, because this is where I'm going to show you how to put your grid in there. You need a 10 by 10 grid, and I'm going to type in PNG. PNG is a ping image, which makes the background transparent. Okay, so we want to set this on top of our image, and in order to set it on top of everything we've already done, we need to set something that's got a transparent background. See, it goes right over top. Okay, so we have 10 by 10. And you can see it's a little bit bigger and longer than the image that I put in there. So I'm going to shrink it down. Okay, and by shrinking it down, I have to shrink everything else down so that it all fits inside. You see my cave is outside. I want my cave to be inside my image, and my tree and my waterfall need to be scooted over as well. In order to do that, I kind of need to move my grid so that I can select it. There we go. Now I can move my grid back. My grid is over top of everything. You can change these so it fits inside the grid. There we go. I can just make it a little bit longer so it goes all the way down to the bottom. Okay, beautiful. Now I also want to put on my x-axis and y-axis, so I need to put my numbers and letters on there. So I'm going to do my x-axis first. We've got A is here. Need to scoot it a little bit so it's red. There we go. All right, A is the first box. B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Here come my kids making a whole lot of noise. Okay, then I'm gonna do my y-axis. 1, 2, and the reason I'm using numbers here is really just to make it, I'm going to change my font size to 14, from 14 to 12, is so that I know when I'm making my ordered pairs, which should come first. You know that x-axis comes first, so it is easier to look at if you have a letter for X and a number for Y, or vice versa, so that, again, you don't get confused about which should go where. Okay, so now it's labeled. If I hit save and close, it pops up here. Look how perfect that is, okay? That's the first part of it. The second part, which I just forgot about, is that you have to actually draw your path on here. So I'm going to come up and do the scribble tool because it lets me just draw wherever I want to go. I, again, have got to think about my story. Where did I start? Where did I go? And at the end, where did I find the hiker? So my goal is to find the hiker in the cave. So I'm going to start, let's see. I should go down the waterfall. Okay, so I'm going to start up here in the forest. I'm going to go down the waterfall to the big tree. I'm going to look in the pond. Maybe I'll put a rock over there. I'm going to go to the lemon tree. I'm going to go back up. Let's see, maybe up the mountain, down the mountain, and then into the cave. So that's my path. So that's through the forest 1, down the waterfall 2, by the big tree is 3, the pond is 4, the lemon tree is 5. I did the mountain, which is 6, and then the cave, which is 7. So I have way more than I need, because you guys only have to have 5. But I'm also going to put in a star so that I know exactly where my ordered pair is. So like for this tree, I'm going to put my star, and I like a yellow star. I'm going to put it in this box so that I know that that's where my ordered pair needs to be. The lemon tree, I'm going to put here in this box. The forest, I'll put this box. The cave, I'll put in this box. And maybe I'll skip over the pond. I can put the waterfall in this box. And again, I know you 5. Oops. But I'm going to put the mountain up here. Okay. All right. So now I've got my map with my stars. I've got my ordered pairs highlighted so I know for the math assignment to put my ordered pairs in. And that's how you make a Google drawing for your coordinate grid map. If you have questions, let me know. Thanks, guys.